Happy Live Mondays, everybody. Welcome. If you are joining me now, please go ahead and let me know if you can hear me properly. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have decided to make Live Mondays part of my podcast series because I did it the one time and it worked really well. It was really nice, so that I can reach more of you without having to duplicate information. Is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I will be doing my regular podcast information, but it's basically here live for you guys. I'm here for and with you. And right now, currently, I'm only on Facebook. And so I will look for your comments, and I should be able to see them here in my broadcast studio where I'm streaming from. So, all right. So yeah, I do see that it appears on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is copy this link and share it with some of my other channels really quick. So I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. I also would love to hear how your Easter was, and other holidays. If you're celebrating other holidays, I would love to hear how that went for you. So here we go. All right, posting. All right, next. That's good. All right, so there we go. All right, you guys. And I believe that if you go to StreamYard.com, or actually, I'm surprised that the link is not showing up in this post. It should have a link where if you go to StreamYard.com, you can then be able to have your name show up when you make a comment. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Amelia, I just want to say hello. And this is officially podcast number 12. And I'm calling it Live Mondays. And this is April 10th, 2023. And I am just so excited to be spending some time with you guys today. It is Monday for me. I know it's Tuesday on other continents, and I welcome you and I send love to you wherever you happen to be. And welcome to the official Earth Mama Living podcast. Are you awake? I am Jackie O with Earth Mama Living. I help connect you to your body so that you are able to move through blocks that have held you back from achieving optimum health and life pursuits. Using energetic healing, movement, sound, tarot, nutrition, journaling, and art therapies. It's part of what I do. So open up your mind about food and cooking, mental wellness, body movement, and holistic home living. And so for those of you who are listening to the replay, we are recording this live episode on April 10th, 2023. And please tell your friends, share, and heart this episode, and let's grow together. You can find me on earthmamaliving.com, Facebook, Instagram, which is Earth Mama Living Official, YouTube, Clapper, which is a new account for me, and I'm enjoying that, TikTok, and Rumble. In today's show, I'm going to, show you my personal artwork that I use to heal my asthma and gain a greater connection to my inner guides, my higher self, and beyond. I've never shared it with anybody else other than a private Facebook group. And so I thought that it would be wonderful to share the process I had. Probably can make this even a whole episode just on that. But we'll see. We'll see how much time we have. I'd like to read to you a passage from a book that I intuitively pulled from my shelf today that is very meaningful, and also do some sound healing and do a quick meditation for you. But before I begin, I'm going to offer you my insight around learning online, or anywhere really. My best words of advice about gathering information from anywhere is this: please read and listen to information you find here and anywhere with discernment. And what I mean is, look things up on your own to confirm what you need to know and understand. Feel free to ask me questions, and not everyone has the whole truth. But when I look through and see multiple sources that contain similar or exact information and it resonates with me, then I sit with that until further or different knowledge is gathered. Does that make sense? And then also, my official disclaimer is the content available through this site and my podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for the professional judgment of a healthcare professional in diagnosing and treating readers or listeners. Awesome. All right. Here's my bigger picture goal. In all that I do, I believe in changing the status quo. I believe in trusting our bodies to heal themselves. The way I challenge the status quo is by teaching clean living, by what we eat, what we allow around us, and all that supports our bodies to heal themselves. Feel free to ask questions in the window here, or if you're listening to the replay, comment on the post where it appears, and we will be happy to answer them for you. So let's begin, why don't we? I am Jackie O, the Earth Mama, and I help moms create a holistic lifestyle to help maximize their whole life's health without sacrificing time, flavor, or sanity. So, listeners, I am so excited to talk with you here today, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me. For those of you who are listening to the replay, I welcome you also here to my healing space. No matter what day or what time, if it's in the future, you shall be experiencing the same energy. And just a really quick meditation I just would like to do for giving you guys a space of feeling yourself in a quiet space and focusing on your own breathing. So I'm going, I've tried finding other meditations that other people have written who are sharing them, and I really did not resonate with them today. So I will offer my own. So what I'll ask you to do is to close your eyes and take notice of anything that is going on sound-wise, touch-wise, visually, anything around you that is in your space right now. And I would like you to take a deep breath in and hold it for 4 seconds. And then let it go slowly for 4 seconds out of your mouth. We'll do that 3 times. Breathe in. And then breathe out for 4 seconds. One more time. Breathe in. And then breathe out slowly. And you should have a more calm awareness of that which is around you and feel your body and perhaps even feeling your heart beating and feeling the pulsing of your blood in your veins. And just take a moment to appreciate your body for all that it does for you. Your body heals itself all day long, 24/7, no matter what you're doing to it, no matter what you're putting into it, no matter what you're letting out of it, no matter how you're talking to it. So just give thanks and a big heartfelt appreciation for your body that has brought you into this world, and know that whatever space you're in right now, you can absolutely transform and grow into, grow out of, and be the magnificent self that you already are. And you are magnificent. Thank you for being here. So what I'm going to do right now is to do a little bit of sound healing so that we have that as well before we go into showing you my artwork and do any readings whatsoever of some books that I have. If you have earbuds in, you might be able to hear it. And even if you don't hear it with your ears, your body will heal it from its skin. I'm going to read a quick passage from The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, an amazing book that I will definitely be reading again. And this is just a segment, page 115. If you have the book yourself, you can go look. It's just a brief passage that is really wonderful to think of. And it's interesting. It actually applies to something that I was talking about today with one of my friends at my freelance clients today. So to preface this, this segment is talking about a book that as a metaphor for life. So, in fact, it is said that while you are attached and enamored with the world you created to avoid darkness, you will never know the abundance of natural light that is beyond the confines of your house. How will you ever go outside when you're so dependent upon what you have built inside? The analogy of life inside this house is a perfect fit for our predicament. Our consciousness, our awareness of being is living deep inside of us in an artificially sealed off area that is absolute. It has 4 walls, a floor, and a roof. It is so solid that not one ray of natural light comes in. The only light we get is what we manage to create for ourselves. If we don't create good situations for ourselves, there is darkness. So we are very busy decorating daily. We do this by trying to bring things in there with us, hoping to create at least a little light. in the house of our own making, where we have sealed ourselves off. That is the visual. You are inside a house, totally sealed off from natural light. And the house is sitting in the middle of an open field full of brilliant light. But what is your house made of? What are your walls made of? How can they seal off all the light and keep you locked inside? Your house is made of your thoughts and emotions. The walls are made of your psyche. That's what that house is. It is all your past experiences, all your thoughts and emotions, all the concepts, views, opinions, beliefs, hopes, and dreams that you have collected around yourself. I think that's enough of that to get the idea of what he's talking about. And I would love your insight and thoughts around that. Beautiful. So I will be sharing with you my artwork. There are many times in my lifetime that I have healed myself. And one of the biggest times in my life was in 2016. 2015 to 2016, I was diagnosed with celiac disease. And in that diagnosis, which was a total blessing, by the way, I'm so grateful for it. Not only because I could find out what was wrong with me at the time, but also to take action immediately to feel better and to dive deep into everything that will help all of my symptoms, everything that I had going on for me. At the time, I still had asthma, I had hypoglycemia, and certainly the celiac disease. While I was doing all of this, I was drawing. I was working with a coach on how to get in touch with myself and how to learn what my body and my psyche needed in order to get beyond the confines of my brain and the stresses and the crazy things that were in my mind about what to do. And I'll give you the end result, which is I did not need any inhalers anymore. I did not need to be conscious of having to eat every 2 hours for my hypoglycemia. And I understood myself a whole lot better and realized that my role on this earth was so much bigger than I could have ever imagined. And so I dived deep into how I can better serve humanity and also have myself be elevated to a much better health level because I had to. So that being said, what I can do then is show you. Now, this is interesting. I had everything marked. One of the first things I did was, I set up a protective space for myself. At the time, there were things going on in my outer world, in the space where I was working, that didn't feel safe to me. And I learned an amazing technique for how to visually and etherically give myself a protective space, an energy bubble, sort of. And so almost it became an egg. I mean, how perfect is that for Easter time? And this, I will show you my drawing. We'll see how well this comes out in the camera view. But the exercise, and by the way, when you're doing your artwork, when you are doing art for healing, you do not have to be an artist. And I prove that by helping others who feel this way. In fact, it's a great challenge for me if you say, I'm not an artist and I would love to do some kind of artwork and I would love to do that, Jackie, but I'm not an artist. Cool. You know what? That's actually better because I don't have to retrain your brain to let go of a lot of stuff that as an artist and going to art school, we get programmed and learn a certain way of drawing. This way, you can draw for your own healing benefit. and not care or give a shit who's going to see it, because it's going to be between you and whoever else you feel like sharing it with. Okay, so this, let's see if it'll, this is to create my safe space. It's a bubble of me and my daughter, because at the time I decided that I wanted to have her be my safe person to be in this bubble, this egg shape. And so, yes, I've had training in art, but it does not have to be perfectly rendered. And certainly mine is not perfectly rendered, by the way. As an artist, having gone to art school, I criticized this and was upset myself for a while till I could talk to myself and say, no, this is like beautiful. It's for me. It's, who cares? And I showed my daughter and she just loved it. She was very happy about what I had created to give myself this safe space. So if you think about it, when you create a safe space for yourself, then your mind and your body is much more open to expressing itself, especially from an art, physical writing, either whether it's words or it's art perspective. You will be allowing yourself to let go and just make marks. I made marks. It helped me. And so I visualized this when I realized that I'm not doing it automatically anymore. Now I have more of an automatic thing where if I'm going into a space where I'm uncertain of the energies, I can create this and it's almost instantaneous. I feel this. So part of my, also, by the way, I was doing this for dreams. In the mornings, I would just scribble and write exactly the energies that were coming out of my dreams to help myself to process and understand my dreams. It is one way of understanding your dreams. So here we go. I'm going to quickly check something and make sure that I'm not missing any of you guys' comments, because it's not showing me anything else. So it's cool. All right. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of your comments that you're wanting to have me comment on. Okay. So one of the days I was wanting to express my frustration. And so what I did was I drew troll. It's definitely not perfect artistically or anything. And who cares, right? It is me and how I was feeling. And this was my mood. This was my needing to express my frustration and yelling and screaming within inside, when I didn't even necessarily have to do it externally, but it does help. It doesn't hurt at all. There's all kinds of therapy around doing that. So that's my troll. Hope you guys love this. And so I continued actually with my troll theme of no, and danger. It's how I felt. As you can see, again, not perfect at all. I mean, it's perfect for me. It's perfect for exactly how I was feeling. And so the next one, this is how I was able to express myself in understanding, for example, so the asthma symptom for someone who has asthma. I had it since I was 6 months old, by the way, and I was hospitalized many times in my life. Took a gajillion medicines and nebulizers and inhalers, and back in the 70s and the 80s, there was Theodore, which made your heart race. So I didn't sleep a lot. Strong, very strong medicine. One of the things that the You Can Heal Your Life philosophy and the book by Louise Hay, beautiful, was the empowering words. The affirmations were all about, I am safe on this earth. I am safe in this space where I live. I am safe. And if you're an adult, You say, it is safe for me to be an adult on this planet. It is safe for me to be an adult and do adult things. I am safe. And because I was born with the tendencies to have asthma, there are some days where all of a sudden I feel my chest tightening and a feeling of like I'm going to start wheezing. It's really interesting. And instead of fear, I will talk to it and say, hi, asthma, I see you. Hi. I think that I need to tell you something. I need to remind you something, that we are safe. I am safe on this planet. And I do my affirmations, and within about 10 to 15 seconds, it totally goes away. I'm breathing fully again. And this is because I did this work of drawing. I worked with my coach on verbalizing how I felt. And the biggest thing, and what I haven't mentioned yet, which is also an integral part of my healing work, was changing my diet, changing what I ate. Yep. And so eating plant-based and gluten-free, for me, symptoms were completely gone, annihilated. And so all of this combined for me was my package of how I healed my asthma. And so just seeing if there are any other drawings that, okay, another thing that for the asthma and other healing work that I've done is, and I can probably do this next time, but I'll give you a flash view, a preview of other healing work that I did. So this was on lack, a feeling of lack. And for me, what it looked like visually. And so if you guys are not able to yet draw, and there goes my camera. If you're not able to draw how you're feeling exactly in this moment, or when you actually sit down to give yourself some intention and some healing work, write words, write scribbles, write, draw, scratch, take scratch paper and draw all over it. Dump some paint. If you have paint, take a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and a pen. I'm sure you've got that laying around somewhere, even if it's one of your bills that you don't need anymore. Use it. Use what you've got. There's no reason why you cannot do this. All right. So, alrighty. So that's enough for today, because of course I would love to hear from you, your thoughts on what I did around my healing work, because I would love to help anybody who would love to dive into that themselves. And I'll be doing these on my podcast anyway. So I welcome your comments and your experience around this podcast today. Did it make you mad? Did it make you sad? Did it make you hopeful? Did you think of your son who has asthma, who you were told would never heal, just has asthma forever? Have you been told that? Yeah, I am so sorry. But that is how our medical system is right now. And we are changing it. We are actually changing the medical care system, the healthcare system, whatever you want to call it, because we have all new alternative therapies, people like me who can help you, because I've done it myself. So, blessed souls out there, I send my love to you and wish you the best of energy healing journeys. And the last word from me is, what would you like to tell everyone who is listening? What would you like to tell them? I encourage each of you to look within, to know that you can and do absolutely without doubt heal yourself in every moment of every day. With this, you can overcome anything. Namaste, my friends, and I will see you next time. Take care.